The big one for this week. This is a whole duck. Now I bought this in Sainsbury's. It's something called a Gresham duck. It's a whole duck. Wonderfully effortless. This is duck fast food. Essentially, the duck is in this bag, and what you do is you place in the center of a preheated oven, which I've already heated the oven. You then cut the bag when there's only 30 minutes left to cook, and then you leave it to stand for 10 to 20 minutes before carving it. We're going to be having this wonderful thing in a wrap with chips, because that's how you turn something wonderful like this into bad food. And see, look here, it goes off on the 28th of October. Do not worry if this video comes out on Friday. I'm cooking this the Sunday before. My videos don't come out the same day that you see them. 1 hour 44 minutes. So it's got to go in the oven for 1 hour 10 minutes. Serves 3 to 4. Well, we're going to get a couple of meals out of it for 3 people. So let's see how it goes. But basically the reason we're cooking it with chips is I forgot to buy potatoes. And we're going to have some sweet corn with it as well.
I'll get the chips.
No, we don't need to put the chips in yet. The chips can go in when we do the last bit. Because now we need to put this in the oven. Now, preparation time for this is about 10 seconds, which is take it out of the fridge, place it down on the ground, think about how you're going to get it into the oven. Let's switch the camera around to the oven for us to put the duck in. Here we are, we're ready to put the duck in the oven. Now, the only bit that's going to be difficult on this is doing this without burning myself. I should be wearing oven gloves for this. There we go. And that is apparently all you do. Place it in the middle of the oven. That's like the easiest roasting I've ever done in my life. So now what we do is we wait and see what it looks like. So I'm going to go off and play video games. Max here is going to go off and play video games. We might actually play Mario Golf.
No. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
No, we're going to go play golf. And then we might upload the video to my gaming channel, which you guys can always check out or not check out. If you're here for cooking videos, I don't care. It's up to you.
I want to play Mario Golf.
You don't want to play Mario. Oh, I'm going to play Satisfactory then.
Well, I'm going to play Gary's Mod.
All right. Anyway, we're done now. We'll see you later. So we have completed part 1. Basically, we now need to cut the bag open. So I'm going to open the oven and take out the turkey using oven gloves, of course, the big ones, because these are very difficult to take out. Now, I've told a lot of people cut them in the oven, but it's not really an option here because our oven is laid back underneath a tumble dryer. And immediately it's shrinking, as they always do. So, here we are. Whoa! The bag has split open, and I have tipped juices out of it. Or juices have come out of it. Ooh dear. I knew this was going to get messy. Now, it suggests cutting around that line. Now, my problem with that is I don't like doing that, because that leaves you a bag with some juice in it rolling around in your cooker, melting to things. So I generally tend to do this, which is to make a mess. I'm going to open the bag, which is melting, by the way. They always melt a little bit. Fan ovens, even set at the correct temperature, do appear. And yeah, the bag has melted onto it in places. This is not supposed to be able to happen, by the way. This happens every time I do one of these. One of the reasons I wanted to do it to show you was that the way they suggest does not always work. Okay. Here we are. There, now, juice everywhere. I'm going to put this... Oh, it's got a neck still. That's interesting. This has to go back in the oven for half an hour. As you can see, there is a lot of juices in there. There is a lot. But, before putting it back in, I'm going to be doing a few things. One of those is seasoning it. And another one is scoring it. The reason I'm going to score it...
That's a neck?
Well, yeah, it was a duck. Ducks have necks.
What?
Well, What do you think happens to these creatures? It's a normal
I
animal.
thought their legs get cut off.
Yes, they do, but it's still there.
And why does it have a hole in it?
Well, that's where it's
That's
you know.
where all the yummy stuff goes.
No, that's where it's
That's where the potatoes go.
No, that's where it does its poo-poo and stuff. See, it's going to go back in for another half hour. I've scored it up. I'm going to pour some of the juices down the side all over the top now. I just like doing it like this because I personally think it makes it better to score it, because a lot of fat is going to come out of this. A lot of that is fat. It's not just breast that I've scored up. There we go. Just get some juices in the top there. From inside there as well. There we are. There. Right. I'm going to put that back in the oven and then start on the cleanup, which, yes, there's going to be a lot of. Right, I'm not going to show you me putting this back in because I want you to see the mess. Yep. A lot of that. Alexa, 30-minute timer.
30 minutes, starting now.
Thank you, Alexa. Right, this is all covered in blood. So this goes off to the bin. And I have to come back, wipe all that down and wash all of this up immediately. This will have cooked duck. And, as you know, is a food poisoning hazard. I'm going to use kitchen paper and let blood all over everything, because it's not fully cooked yet, so the juices aren't running clear, and this is all potentially going to give somebody food poisoning. So I need to use a disinfectant spray and get all of that, and I've spilt loads of it on the floor as well. And this juice is incredibly greasy. I've made a total mess. I'm going to go clear this up. Okay, so chips. Chips. Going to go with the old classic here. Classic being the giant bag of McCain's big ones. Crinkle fries. They are the best thing we can use here. I have to use a knife because I've gotten rid of all of the things I could use. There we are. Oh, it's the giant chips as well. So this is for 3 people, so let's make sure we get enough. There we are. That should be fine. Closest thing I've got to potatoes, because I forgot to buy potatoes at the supermarket. So a roast dinner with chips is unfortunately the way it's going. So, as you can see, I've already poured off a load of the fluids, and look how much we got. Ooh, like 100 milliliters, oh no, nearly 200 milliliters of fat and juices and stuff. I had to pour that off because I didn't think it was cooking properly, because it was kind of half covering the bird and there was still more coming out. Here we go. Now it needs to sit and rest for 10 minutes. And then it'll be good for chopping. There we are. Yep. Poke a hole down through there and let that run out. There we are. Ooh, looking nice. Yummy. Let's give that 10 minutes to rest. So, the duck has rested for 10 minutes. I'm now gonna... Oh. That's interesting. Yeah, there we are. Yeah. There. Quack. Right. Get rid of that. Here we are. I'm going to carve it up a bit. First of all, let's excise the legs, which is relatively similar. It's had a good 10 minutes to stand. This is relatively similar to when you do this with a chicken. You go digging for the joint where the thigh bone reaches. It's in a slightly different place, but it's still a bird, so it's still roughly the same place. You just follow the thigh muscle down. Go in there. There we are. Oop. Ooh. Come on. There we go. That's one leg. Let's get the other one now. I've cut everything around this leg. It's just a case of also a little bit of torsion and twisting it off. There we go. There's two legs. Well, let's cut some of the breast. Breast is already not as big as you'd think on a duck, and that's why I cut it like this, so everybody can have some nice crispy skin. And there we go. Cut down into it this way. It's still nice and moist. There we go. Set that back up. Let's try that a little bit there. Nice. Might do is go and make a little sauce. Perfect. So there. Got both the breasts, and there's a little tiny bit of meat there. There's a little tiny bit of meat under there too. There we go, not too much. There's also some around the neck. Perfect. Get a few plates and start serving this up. Now, I know my son, and he isn't going to want a leg, so he can have some of this bit, and then I will cut him one of the leg. Me and my wife will probably have one of the legs each and half a breast. I'll give him a wing as well. There we go. Right, so share that between the two plates. And a leg each, and there's not really too much left after that, as you can see. A duck really does serve about 3 people. There's not that much to them. This amount of fat comes out of them, but that's what you get. I like mine with some teriyaki sauce instead of plum sauce. Other people have stuff they want to do with it, but yeah. The chips are now just about ready, so I'll serve those up as well, and then we're off to eat. As you can see, a giant bird, and less than half the meat you'll get out of chicken. Pretty fantastic, right? Definitely a very different type of animal to a chicken, and also not really bred for a giant amount of meat. Most of what comes out of a duck is fat and oil, and well, that can be used for cooking later on as well. So I can maybe save the oil off the top of this. I can maybe boil down that to make a juice for, that's basically stock that I can use with the bones there to make like a well, basically a duck stew, which is going to be fantastic, which I will film, and I'll do that later in the week. Chips unfortunately need a little bit longer. Well, that's cooking the duck, and I think this video is getting a little long, so I'm going to try a bit of the meat and then we'll end it there. I think I'll try this piece here. Oh, no. Oh, there's a nice big bit that I've already cut off. Let's see what it tastes like. Unmistakable duck flavour. Very oily. Fantastic flavour. Really enjoyable. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video. And all I'm going to do is put chips on these and serve it now. And here we go. Here is the final thing that I'm eating. I've got my teriyaki sauce poured all over my duck. No one else likes it like this, just me. Perfect with the chips. Just the right sort of salty flavour. This is the teriyaki sauce I use. Really yummy. Really, really yummy. This duck is amazing. It's a little bit tough. It's not as soft as chicken, then you don't expect duck to be like that. But it's not overcooked. Well, I'm off to eat. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video, and bye-bye. Subscribe. Remember to subscribe.